Hello, all of my amazing, wonderful, and fantastic Viking friends out there. It is January, in the middle of it, and some crazy stuff happened during my battle in December. Some crazy stuff that I cannot wait to tell you about. So let's get started. If you remember, we last left off where we were exercising on Tuesdays and Thursdays, approximately 30 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of plyometrics and strength training, and then 10 minutes of stretching. Then on Tuesdays, we would break off to do 60 minutes of strength training with our coach, and we were making amazing gains. Now, originally, I locked in my nutrition as 80% meat, 5% fat, 5% dairy. I wasn't eating a lot of eggs. And then I was also drinking a lot of other beverages such as coffee and tea, some seltzer water with some spritzer in it, and maybe a diet soda or an alcoholic beverage every once in a while. And the 3% was everything else I was eating, from the seasonings that I would have, or maybe a bite or two of something else. Then in November, I switched it up and I decided to do 20% fat, and I reduced my meat content down to 60%. And this was because I was trying to really get this fat burning into gear. I lost weight, if you remember, but I also started to lose a lot of muscle mass. So in December, I decided to lock in my nutrition even more and tighten it up. Now, the first part of December, I was really locked in, but then the last week of December happened and I did a whole bunch of feasting. So, this is where it ended up. 7% was all the other stuff that I had throughout the last week of December, and 6% beverages remained the same. I did include eggs, 3 eggs or even 4 eggs every single morning with some cheese. And I also included a protein shake on my Tuesdays and Thursdays. My fat content was 15%, and my meat content remained at 60%. Now, a big change happened at the end of December. Huge change, which a lot of it I'm going to have to reveal on the next episode. But some crazy things happened with the vegetarian and what she started eating. The vegetarian friend of mine started out with 45% grains, 10% nuts and seeds, 15% dairy. She was doing smoothies, fruit smoothies every single morning, and the rest of her diet contained vegetables. In November, she switched it up ever so slightly and added meat substitute because if you remember, she was losing a lot of muscle mass. I'm going to say that first, December happened, and anybody who celebrates anything in December, like I do, it's a free month. But you've got to take things with stride. And you also have to be careful. You can't feast all the time throughout December, it just doesn't work. And I think she had a lot of feasting in between things, if you know what I mean. So I decided to put her junk food in there. Not sure exactly what she was eating, but I do know that she was eating a lot of candy and chocolates, cake, and cookies, as you do in December. But also, I think something happened. I think the coach pulled her aside and actually had a serious talk with her about her protein intake because protein is very important for everything. And I will show you a little bit more here in just a bit. But she decided to add something really crazy to the diet. She added fish to her diet. So she moved from meat substitute to including salmon. And I didn't blame her at all. And I think she also switched things up as far as eggs and her dairy content as well. The reason why vegetarians have such a hard time maintaining muscle mass is because not all proteins are created equal. There are many amino acids that keep us healthy and strong. And some amino acids are found in grains, while others are found in lentils and legumes. And some are even found in vegetables. There are even a few amino acids found in nuts and seeds. However, the bulk of these amino acids are found in meats, particularly carnosine and creatine. More importantly, amino acids in meats are more bioavailable than those found in plants. The amino acids in meats, particularly red meats and fish and even poultry, are more absorbable than any amino acid found in plants. So, vegetarians need twice as much protein as those who eat meat. And they also need to supplement with carnosine, creatine, carnitine, and vitamin B12. Obviously, legumes, soy, grains, and vegetables are not going to provide the amino acids they need to rebuild their muscles. What happened with our weight? I was disappointed. I gained 4 pounds. Meanwhile, the vegetarian lost over a pound. At first, I was very upset with myself and I blamed December's feasts for all the substantial weight gain. This weight gain also threw off my goal. And to be honest, this does not look promising at all. I probably will not make my goal at the end of the 6 months. However, I was pleased to find out that I had lost half of a pound of body fat, probably visceral fat. And the vegetarian lost over a pound of body fat in December. But she still has a long way to go. And as far as muscle mass, I was pleased to find out that I had gained over 4 pounds of muscle mass. This is astonishing. This is a gain that muscle builders dream about. Meanwhile, the vegetarian maintained her muscle loss, I guess you'd call it. She has a long way to go to rebuild that muscle that she had lost originally. So, the progress report: total weight lost for the vegetarian was 2.8 pounds from the start. I have achieved nothing this far, lost and then regained, but it was muscle mass. So the fat to lose, the vegetarian has 26.6 pounds to lose, while I have 22.2 pounds to lose. However, I'm looking at that and I don't know if I can achieve that. We'll see what happens. We've got 3 more months. Let's get it done. I'm trying. Total fat lost for the vegetarian, 1.6 pounds. I've lost 2.3 pounds. And the muscle gained, of course, the vegetarian, 3.2 pounds total muscle lost. It is very hard to gain muscle back, except when you eat the appropriate amount of protein and the appropriate types of protein found in red meats, fish, poultry, and of course, dairy and eggs. And this concludes with 4.4 pounds of total muscle gain. I'm telling you, folks, this is how to do it. So there you have it, my friends. A very interesting kind of battle taking place. Very interesting stats. I am so happy that I had actually gained muscle and I didn't gain fat. I'm on the correct trajectory. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for the next couple of months and hopefully I continue. I want to see a little bit more fat loss because, after all, I was supposed to lose 25 pounds in total fat. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it, but we'll see what happens. Until next time, my friends, Lika Till. Skål!